Well, g'day. I'm back with some more MSQs for Shadowbringer, and then I will most likely later on be doing some roulettes and trying to get my quest up done. I clicked there a lot there. Well, this is getting, but I don't see that we have much choice. Let's go and meet the man. Magnus. Who are you supposed to be? Never seen the three of you in my life. Or the four of you. Wicked White, if you're going to bother me, at least have the damned courtesy to say so. He thinks this one is deep in his cups. They are my guests, Magnus. We ran into them at the mines. They're looking for the way to reach so the gunmen ask about the trolley, you see. What? There's nothing in Naba. And especially not for frail little girls. Give it up. No, we must reach. I must. So you have the heart to set on it. The world doesn't care. The place is a ruin. Nothing more. And you're not getting there in the trolley. That thing doesn't run on hopes and dreams. We're not fools, necessity drives it. If you insist the trolley is not an option, at least tell us why. No, I'm sick of people asking me, well, that blaster thing, leave me be. We'll speak outside. He only said that because he thinks I'm weak, and he's right, but I cannot be. I won't be forever. There has to be a way. I must find it. Ooh, new pants. Oh, I'm sorry, I was stuck in my own head again. It's clear that Magnus has no intention of helping us, but perhaps we should ask the other residents. They may know something about the trolley. I'll make the north side of town. Let me know if you learn anything. Art thou truly content to stand witness to fate's course and take no part? This isn't a matter of fate, Orange. It's about choice, and I've had years to decide where I stand. Ophelia has spent too long in chains already. I would not shackle her again by making my hopes known. It is for her to choose what shape her destiny will take. It is for me to stay silent, to protect her, teach her, and stand by her. That at least I can do for her. So be it. Come, let us make our own fires. Oh, there you are. You'll be pleased to know that I got our friends back home with no trouble, and he's just fine. He was a bit shaken up, that's all. And you? What did Magnus have to say? He's a bitch. Hey, I did have a faint hope that your need might prompt him to action where our interest has not. But I suppose that was foolish of me. I'm sorry that couldn't be of help, though. I could at least show you the trolley car we have here, if you like. You could give it a stroke or two. It has some very smooth wood. You mean to say you're not giving up? Even knowing that Magnus. I didn't see much point in your being stubborn about it, though. Perhaps stubbornness is exactly what the situation calls for. Cannot forge iron without an anvil, after all. I can't imagine that anything you try will work, but if certain, you can help me make preparations in the event that it does. To that end, take this toolbox. We're going to inspect the rails. I have a look along the tracks for anything that's in need of repair. You bring the tools and we'll be ready to hand them over when you will stop to work. Laptop. Okay, zeker lees wat de fuck gedaan. You open the box to reveal a proud row of lovely maintained. So brilliant. Now I could hand me need to work with. Would it be help? In this case, well, the bolt is loose. Oh, I better. Can you have that? I need to tighten it. To get a mid-sized wrench. Thank you, that's nice. Now go and remove the moment. There, I don't see any problems here, so let's continue along the track. Let's not pick this up on this side. Once again, you have quite plenty above around, you know. As the lamp here, they are often necessary these days, but if you're going to this, you might as well do it properly. And for some miracle, the night returns like that. Well, it's a nice thought. Anyway, a bit of this post seems to have splintered. Whether its lamp is to be lit or not, you don't want these little pieces of wood jabbing the next person who comes through to do maintenance. It needs to sit down a bit. Check hem maar af, zo. Ach, mijn file. Let's even it out. That's it. It'll be some varnish long next time to varnish the job. Well, finish the job. I haven't spotted any problems, so we'll move along now. Unless you'd like to take in a view and track him a little bit. It's breathtaking, I know. Mining has always been the primary vocation of folks in the hills of Amber, you see, but after a certain point they had dug up everything that could easily be reached and carried back by manpower alone. It was then that the Nobody Empire struck upon the idea of the tunnels, which they had seen at work. At great expense, Nabat brought the Mistel engineers who specialized in tunnels here to the hills. They wouldn't know it. The mining industry picked up right up again. Twine itself sprung up around that time. It was named after the entwining of tales what were then Rosa and the nearly come after all. But that's like so much else fall apart in the wake of the flood. The Mistel left, taking the knowledge with them. It was 15 years ago. The last of them, the folk from the Lost Stoneworks, took off for Elmer, and no one remains that can repair the tunnels. But there's no use the learning what cannot be changed, and that's one more thing that need to roll here, so might as well done. Logically make the nest on the track, so you see, and it falls to us to remove them when they do. The creatures are angry when it's disturbed, which is natural but nevertheless a danger to anyone passing by. It's not my favorite task, but to be honest with you, as you may have noticed, I'm not terribly suitable to confrontation. That said, would you follow the tracks north and remove any nests? I'll keep an eye on things from here. A biggie fight there then. Gosh. But then, about 7 years passed, Magnus and his wife returned to us. Magnus is a real proper trolley engineer, and perhaps he would never have left in the first place if it hasn't been for his son. As you're aware, is hardly a safest place, and Magnus wanted his child to grow up away from his dangers. It didn't help. In the end, the Sin Eaters got the boy. Isn't that always the way? The child had always said that someday he wanted to see Magnus' trolley running again, so in his memory they returned to Twine. Started fixing those rusted rails and broken cars, and it was going well for a time. Wicked white vultures, are they back for revenge? Never mind, I don't want to find out. Nice work out there. And now you know the story of the trolley. Won't you do much without the Talos though? If there was even a single one that still functions, things might be different, but very well, they are. Not that it will do you any good, but do you have a Talos we have been mentioning to repair? I can show you if you'd like. It certainly would be nice to hear something rather than Magnus gripping for a change. What's it? Oh. Truly a most vexing state of affairs. I thought mayhap a closer experiment might be something. I see the remains to build Talos stone by stone are lost to us. This is true, but they are before our slumbers a most certain specimen. Indeed, we are not in a few minor fallings, it would be in working condition. Still likely require naught by a few modest repairs and certification to Well, if you think you can get the thing up and running, far be it from me to stop you, but what exactly do you reckon is the problem? I should stress that I have performed only the most exquisite examinations. The old arcane construct are not totally unfamiliar with me, as I did suspect from the first it's host of a network of veins through which ether flows freely. Or it would, were not several fractures which now bleeds its flow. How else did you get all that information from just a glance? I take it you thought up a solution as well then. To bridge these requirement material highly conductive to ether. In one place I believe it was possible to restore the Talos to life. I must prevail upon thee to acquire which we require. Not far from among the walls entwined with a creature of flying living stone, and they were full sure that stone from such being would prove most suitable for our needs. Very good, I shall have thanked Manfilia attend. I spiced up 3 observations to the flow of ether in the dollars. Where are we going? Just outside. Catherine Miller will return ere long with the remaining supplies we require. Thus, succeed in producing stone from the fine specimens one and all. You have my thanks. We need to know but to wait for tank thread and failure. From end to end, the path of which ether may flow through the tunnels have been dutifully mended. They but require significant encouragement. A new weapon already. Back to the tavern then. Still here. Can you speak again? You can ask again, but the answer is the same. Our trolley are. What? God damn it, Derek. You could have at least finished so I could have the clean up your mess. Seeing how you made such a quick progress in fixing the tunnels and all, he was probably thinking he could help change things around here. And I think it may be right. Gather your friends and I'll tell you what I don't know. What want to know.
Magnus's wife was a miner, you know. Greatest prospector there ever was. When the golem heart started failing, she was the first to head out in search of more. Problem was, most of the veins ran dry ages ago, and finding fresh ones to tap's only gotten harder. But she wasn't one to be deterred. She just kept digging deeper and deeper. And then the mine collapsed. We labored day and night to clear away the rubble, but it took us 2 months to find her. To find her body. Magnus has never been the same since.
Where is he, if you don't mind my asking?
Ah, yes, well, if he's not here, there's only one other place he'd be.
What? Oh, you again. How many times must I tell you? The trolley won't run! We'd be better off dismantling the damn thing and selling the parts for scrap. Now, piss off back to wherever you came from. And don't let me catch you around here again.
What were their names?
My son was named Skuli. My wife, Agna. Being here with them, it beats going home. Home stopped being home when I lost them. I thought to try and drown my sorrows, but somehow, the bottle's never deep enough.
No bottle is. Believe me, I know.
You've lost someone too?
Not like you. Not my own flesh and blood. I grew up an orphan, so I never really knew what family meant. Not until I met a man who offered to take me in and make me his pupil. He was a kindly soul, always looking out for me, like a father. Not that I appreciated that at the time, or anything else for that matter. But I finally had a family. And then I robbed a young girl of hers. I did my best to make amends, to offer her comfort. But the more I look back on it, the more I realize just how inadequate my efforts were. I let her down. That is why I refuse to let her legacy die. In the end, all we can do is press on, for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. And that requires your Talos. Please, Magnus. You are our only hope of reaching Nabarth Areng.
Nabarth Areng.
What rubbish.
She's not gone. No matter what you say or believe, she's not. We can still bring her back.
Full I do know the pain on loss and how heavily it can weigh on one's heart. Nevertheless, there is no doubt one way forward. We must need to produce a new heart for the Talos. Surely, doubts thou any location wherein we might find the stone we require, no matter how saint the possibility we would seize it? Told you near all the veins are tapped dry years ago, though I suppose if you really wanted to try, you may find something at Nui Leves. It was opened well before Talos became commonplace, which is why the mining was never quite as deep. when you get there, look for Gothon and tell him I sent you, but don't be surprised if he tells you you're the same thing. Thine assistance is most appreciated. Thine. I think it is best thank to join thee in the search. Though he wouldn't be quick to deny it, his heart is in turmoil and his thoughts clouded. Would it be unwise to ignore his distress? Let's check off it. Thank her, Grey. Nice. Off to somewhere are you? At least a lead on the stone we need to power the Talos. I can't very well have you go on your own. Lead the way. I like my shiny blue one. I'd say we're long overdue for a good turn. I can only hope the gods feel the same way. Now Nui Levis or Livings was to the south, was it? Let's get going. The way you describe it, I was expecting the place to be abandoned. Perhaps our fortunes are finally improving, though we should probably hear from Gudrun as to say before we celebrate, assuming we can find him, that is. Who are you and what are you doing here? Well, you should have listened to Tuttle. You're wasting your time. But the site is not developed as the others, is it not? Surely there must be something left. I should explain. The stone you're looking for is Leon. All tellers on the hill and Amber were powered by using them. Or were at least. Anything, whatever left, if anything, is far below to be safely excavated. In the deepest reach of the mine, we used tellers to keep the pathway from collapsing. They're still there, but they could have given out at any time, which is much the mine is closed off. Then our only opinion is to search the higher levels for any fragments of Leon. It may have been there. I suppose there may be one other way. Well, don't leave us in suspense. What you're asking for is a trade secret. I'll need deeply compensated in exchange. Fine, what is it? The other day I found a uber gold piece down in the mines. A bloody gold piece. And wouldn't you know, I dropped the damn thing in somewhere while I was working. Find it and I'll tell you what you want to know. You drive a hard bargain, sir. But we'll take it. It seems we'll have to work out for us. Thankfully I have an idea for how we might hurry things along. As I'm sure you've noticed, despite their best efforts in implementing the corridors, it's rather dark here, meaning it will be much harder to find the single coin hiding in the shadows. Thus I suppose these sun drops they help the eye take more light. Why don't you start to search for further in the area? There are wow, you took a fucking anime inside, you saw. Why? I don't talk about another. Not my fucking luck. I was hoping he dropped the coin piece somewhere closer to the entrance. More fool me of thinking Lady Luck was on our side. Or maybe she is, yours at least. In the end, my contribution was was little more than poor company. Well, I couldn't have done it without your sundrops. So you say, but you have proven necklace success regardless of some circumstances. I doubt very much I could have discovered it unassisted. I only managed to survive the Cortin wilderness and the Imperial Covenant by virtue of existence. Extensive preparation, a habit of mine since childhood, and one of few positive trails which earned me to Lexnos, I imagine. It has been easy finding ways to compensate for my condition. Every tool and trinket have proven vital to my continued success, such as it is. Had I choose to pursue the arcane arts rather than espionage, well, I'd rather not think about it. So long as I have the means to protect those dear to me and to see my duties through, that's all that matters. Now let's hurry and see that return to Guthron. The sooner we get back to Uronjay and Manphilia, the better. You're back. Wait, what does it mean? I'll be damned. You luckily found. Well, the deal is a deal, but I don't think this means you'll find what you're after. Red. Wine red, electric, purple, coral pink, but they're all red. Oh, look red. To be honest, I'm not sure you could pull it off, but you did, and I'm a man of my word. Come with me. Outside. Apparently not. Every time I step out of those mines, the sky seems to be brighter. I'd never leave them if the air wasn't so still. But you not come here to my grievances. You're after something else. First, I have to ask, have you ever heard of rockworms? Rockworms? I know them another name, though I fairly certain the locals call them knockers. Hey, that's what they do. Whether you want to call them, those little bastards may have the answer to your troubles. They can fit through cracks and crevices down there where you could never hope to reach. And on occasion they come back with something valuable. They dig up alone in the mines. It's a rare occurrence, but yes, that said, I usually must no more than a few flakes. Well, our only option is to sound tolerant to suicide. So how can I draw? Over the hay shack there is a bag full of smoke bombs. Set a few of them in the mines and you'll fume them out in no time. Once you open and knock them scentless and check their bags. I should warn you, this method of mining, if you can even call that, is used as last resort on account of very little known to bring back. You'll want to cover as much ground as you can. Hope if I find anything of value. Assuming you do find something, bring it here and I'll have a look. You could split up and cover more ground, as you suggest. If you can cover at least 3 areas on the map, I see the part between them. Otherwise, move that can stun them now. Nice. Nope, I don't like it. One of 7. Nice. Bosom buddies. What? Oh. Here you are, finding anything promising? Between the two outside you've quite a hole. Best get comfortable, friend. It's gonna take time for me to shift through all this.
You may not remember this about Arminfilia, but prior to founding the Path of the 12, long before the Scions, she was something of a miner. After her father died, Flamine took her in and taught her the trade. I think they were both seeking to fill the void left by a loved one. Maybe that's why she took to it so readily. Back in those days, I spent most of my time in the Quicksand, or some other tavern, loosening tongues and gathering secrets. Occasionally, I'd catch a glimpse of her in the street, on her way home after another hard day's work. I always felt a wave of relief when I saw she'd come back safe. along with a pang of guilt at the fact I wasn't there to support her as I should have been. Simply speaking with her more than once in a blue moon would have been a good start, but I could never bring myself to do it. Instead, I threw myself into my work and became every drunkard's best friend. Not too highly, no. She once called me a wine-sodden wharf rat, which wouldn't have been half as galling had it not been so accurate. But that was a lifetime ago. Here and now I have another chance to do things right, and I will not squander it again.
Hey! Come and see what I found! You're not going to believe this.
Tell me it's Leonine.
It is at that. You lot were born lucky. It's mostly broken pieces. But look at this.
This is a rather fine specimen.
It's been decades since we found anything approaching this big. But that's not all. There's an engraving on it.
Ah, these scratches here. They're a little hard to make out. To my beloved Magnus and Schoolie.
Yes! Do you see? It was a gift to Magnus from his wife. She found it. She really found it. She must have spent her final hours carving this message into the stone, in the hope that he might see it one day. Those rock-backed bastards must have made off with it before we could clear a path to her. It's fate that brought you here to find this stone. No other explanation. It makes me wonder what else might still be buried in these parts.
I wouldn't believe it if I didn't see it for myself. Before you sent it to tell us, would you like to take it to Magnus? For 3 long years he's believed she died for nothing. He must know the truth, that sacrifice was not in vain. I'll take it straight to him. We'll take it straight to him. You have my word, thank you, Glenn, for all the help. Right then, okay, I'm waiting. I got on some jump to that. Where's Dino? Who's gonna want some Shadowbringers? gaan ze anders wat gaat. Oh, it's you. If you've come to complain about the trolley, if you run something for me, I told you before you run, you wouldn't listen. Oh, but it will. Your name is engraved on it, along with your son's. It was a gift to you from wife Magnus from Ankna. No, she couldn't have. Agna. Take it, do with it what you will. Are you certain it would delay our plans? But I said take it, it was you who found it and you who needs it. Looking at the stone, all I can see is please, just let me be. I hope you'll be there when Talis stirs to life. I'm sure she'd want to see it. Would you do honors delivering to Orange? Oh, what's the... The art returned, and with Leonin, it would seem, as promised, the Talis has been made ready to receive its heart, thanks in no small part to Jarek, Turl, and Menphilia. At least we shall return time to its timelessness for the sentinel of stone that we may press towards Naobatin. Very good, now let's begin.
Preparations for the enchantment are complete. When the heart hath been suffused with a sufficient quantity of ether, the golem should be restored to life.
All right then. Whenever you're ready. It's working! It's working! Magnus!
You left me for this? This wretched heap of stone and rubble? This worthless pile of earth? And yet... I can't... I can't...
What troubleth thee, child?
I shouldn't be here. I don't deserve to be. I don't deserve any of the things you've done for me. I'm just a burden, helpless and hopeless. If tomorrow came and I was gone, it would be better for everyone. Thancred most of all. He'll never admit it, but I can see it in his eyes. I wish he'd just say it. Just say that he hates me, that he wishes I was dead so that she could return.
None of this is thy doing, child. 'Twas I who set the Oracle on her path unto the first. I who condemned you all to suffer these torments. 'Tis my sin alone, and one that will haunt me unto my dying day. Yet I dare not dwell overlong on my many regrets, for the world is a tapestry of fates, interwoven and inseparable. And we who strive to better it cannot choose but make difficult decisions. For naught of worth was ever achieved without sacrifice. And thus must man ever struggle to weigh life against loss. The one for whom thou mournest beareth no grudge. Were she here, she would not suffer thee to languish in sorrow. She would tell thee to seek thine own path, thine own purpose. It is a truth which I myself was slow to learn. Yet a truth it remaineth. Thou needst but have faith, and all will be well.
Not today.
Meanwhile, in the Crysterium.
To what do I owe the pleasure that is your extended stay?
Oh, to the tediousness of our hero's present endeavors. That and the insufferable abundance of light in Armorang. I should be glad to keep my distance. Oh, I'm rather fond of sleep, you know. It's a wonderful way to pass the time. Not that my compeers would agree, mind you. Always on the move, the lot of them. Like La Hebrea, constantly jumping from vessel to vessel. Such fire, such determination. So much passion, fleeting and forgotten. Come to think of it, Exarch, I don't believe I've ever seen you retire to your chambers for so much as 40 winks. However do you keep your eyes from closing? The cold shoulder. You wound me, sir. Always so guarded in our every interaction. Interactions you curiously refrain from sharing with the Scions and their champion.
And risk souring your budding relationship? I think not. Much as I dislike you, there are more useful targets for his energies. And I'm not in the habit of pointing him at my enemies like a weapon.
Is that right? Fond of him, are you? You continue to fascinate me, Exarch. But tell me, who are you? The once great nation whose ingenuity gave birth to this tower was shaped by my hand. As such, I know full well the wonders it can facilitate, and those it cannot. There is nothing in these walls which could have aided you in summoning our dear friend across time and space. Much less in possession of his mortal flesh, not even I could have performed such a feat.
I see. You had a hand in Allag as well. You would know what I am? I am the adjudicator of the sacred history with which you dared trifle. I am keeper of this tower's boundless wisdom. The wisdom of ages without age, of everywhere and nowhere. The great work of those who tamed the wings of time and grasped the nature of the rift. 'Tis a boon born of sacrifices yet unmade. The parting gift of brave heroes who will one day give their lives for a brighter future. I will not see their hopes and dreams squandered. The history which led us here will be unwritten. I promise you that.
Well, it seems we're both eager to fulfill our duties then.
On that much, we are in agreement.
My apologies for the delay. Manfila and I had a private matter to discuss, which bringeth me to the question: how dost thou find Thancred during your search? He spoke of Manfila of his own accord, I see. Thus well that he did, and such candor. I attempted to approach the subject before. My intention was to ensure no words remained unspoken between them. Last tragedy interceded. I regret I myself know all too well. Alas, in the end he refused to heed my counsel. A time will come when they must face the reality of the circumstances, but I have faith that all will be in time. Now let us tarry any longer. Tell us of Nabahir. Oh wait. That's a fucking long name. What a place. Where do you need to go? Hey. Mangus is grinning from ear to ear. Why is he grinning? Yep, seems right. It's been years since I've seen Talos in such fine shape. Would that Agnog was here to see it in our son. I was ready to let a dream die down there in the mines, even after I'd found the leon. I refused to believe it could work. God, what a fool I was. But till now, I'm going to take good care of the sellers before this, for their sake, on behalf of my family and the miners of Twine. Thank you. Well, enough chatter. Let's get to then. Everything's to be in order. I take it Talos resolves the issue of the gate. Oh, that, yes. It's designed to open at the Talos approach. Then we can finally go to Nabahering. Soon as we can, all that remains is the final check of the control box over at the mines. You hear that, boys? Get the Talos over to the mines. Keep a close eye on around the curves. Understood? Yes, sir. Let us repair the mines then. Before we go, while we're away, I prepared an extra set of cartridges for you. This one is a practice cartridge you gave me. I know I shouldn't thrown it away ages ago, but I've seen adding a little extra to it every day. After so many charges, hopefully it's not sure it will do, but I wanted you to have it for luck. En julle fucking black opblaas. Hoeveel we should hurry. Magnus and others probably wondering where we are. And plotting a route is simple. Even we can do it, which makes it fewer accidents in trance. Pick on which would you redeem reward. Level 77. I need to take a piss quickly. Alright then, watch your step.
Urianger?
Nee, hij wil niet aankomen.
Thou must needs carry on without me. The path to Nabatha Reng lieth open. Whilst thou travellest thither to the south, I would apprise Mistress Alize and the others of our progress. As circumstances permit, I will thereafter rejoin the hunt for the remaining Light Wardens.
Magnus, will the gate close immediately after the trolley passes through?
No, it will stay open until someone closes it manually. Built that way to prevent any untimely accidents.
Then you and the others can meet us in Nabatha Reng, after giving the Ilmorans the slip.
Urianger. Thank you for everything.
Remember, thou needst but have faith.
If you've finished with your goodbyes, I suggest you grab hold of something. Be a shame if you took a tumble. The tracks beyond the gate aren't in the best of shape, so the trolley can only go as far as Malik. Godspeed!
My maneuver.
Ah, that must be the gate.
Well, so far so good.
Anamana.
Wait, is that Ranjit? You're a stubborn old swine, aren't you?
One who has mastered Gukumots fears not the blackest pit or the fieriest hell. Your deeds in the east did not go unnoticed. Long have I lain in wait, and sure enough, you did not disappoint. Had you only sworn fealty to Lord Vorthry, you'd have no cause to skulk about like frightened animals. You will remain as you are, while I dispatch these villains.
No, I won't. I won't let you.
You forget to whom you speak. Who armed you? Trained you? Fought and killed 1,000 sin-eaters with you? And when you were inevitably cut down and lay lifeless in my arms, who sought out your successor to carry on the futile struggle again and again? We seek to bring peace to what is left of this shattered land, while these mad fools would only bring further chaos down upon us. Do not be deceived, child. Only by Lord Vorthry's hand will this dying world know a sliver of salvation.
I don't know about the world, but I never asked to be saved. However much it hurts, and however hard it gets. It's my life, and I want to live it on my own terms! And those mad fools you want me to abandon, the ones I've traveled with, fought with, and may one day die with, they feel the same. So no, I will not be deceived, no matter what you say. I refuse to believe it's all for nothing. They're everything to me. All I have, and all I need. And I would gladly do anything for them. Let us pass, or kill me. I'm not leaving here without them.
How dare you! Very well. If you would cast your lot with villains, then you shall share their fate.
I heard what you said, and I'm sorry for all the things I've left unspoken. You have to go, now!
Thancred, no!
Go! Do what you came here to do. I'll not have you waste that newfound resolve on me. I leave her in your hands. Hurry!
Mätä älä se, että komen näkö.
Not another step. Your fight is with me.
You think yourself her protector? As if a whelp like you could be a better father to her than me!
Sanois se on fine.
This is going well.
Vanity! Beast of my blood, answer my call! Rend my foes and ward their blows!
Not good.
And you presume to be her protector? Pathetic! No quarter!
No, I'm dead. I'm dead.
No, not yet.
Fuck the lad. No, fuck, man.
Come on! Beast of my blood, answer my call! Rend my foes and ward their blows! Die!
Not good.
You presume to be her protector? Pathetic! No quarter!
Hey, daar heb ik.
You would have her suffer and die. I would spare her that fate.
That is not for you or anyone else to decide, ever again. Not a single day goes by that I don't think about all that you have given me. Countless memories and moments I took for granted. Gods, you grew up so fast. But you had to, didn't you? For those you had lost. For those you could yet save. A world teetering on the very brink of oblivion. For which you gave your everything. Without hesitation. Your kindness. Your compassion. Your love. Then and now. One last time, with a little help. I'm so proud to have been a part of your life. Oh, Minfilia.
This is the place. This is where she stopped the flood. The last time I was here, when I felt the presence overwhelming me, I tried to pretend I wasn't happening, to just turn away. But I cannot turn away now. Not this time. For Thancred and the others, I have to face her. In the event that you leave the area, speak with the apprentice engineer at 200. Okay. I can sense a presence, a built faintly. Come on, now look at the crystal wall.
For your lives! It's the flood! The flood!
Look! There's somebody up there! On top of the palace!
No! Stand back! We shall stay the flood.
But this is what I want! It's my sacrifice to make!
Your time has not yet come. When all hangs in the balance, you must give them hope.
Minfilia!
This place. You're...
Ours is a meeting long overdue. Full glad am I that we may finally speak. My dear, sweet child. Yours is a burden none should ever be forced to bear. Such pain and suffering you have endured. Yet still you came. For this and more, I thank you.
I've lost count of the times I've almost given up. If people hadn't helped me every step of the way, I never would have made it.
Yet here you stand, resolved. Now, tell me your heart's desire.
To defeat the Sin Eaters, and bring this world back from the brink. The remaining Wardens have hidden themselves from us. But with the power of the Oracle, I thought we might be able to find them.
Indeed you could. Their radiance would be unmistakable. But know, my child, that the power you seek will come at a price. We stand now at the crossroads. A decision must be made. 'Tis only natural to be afraid, to hesitate. But for your many trials, you have grown stronger and wiser. And with the love and support of those you hold dear, you have grown to love yourself.
The flood has washed away so much of this world. So many people and places and possibilities. And all the heroes who fought to protect them. Yet here the Scions are, trying so hard to help those few of us who remain, and seeing how tirelessly they work, how completely committed they are to the cause. I can't help but believe. But I want to do more than just watch and cheer. I want to make a difference. I want to help them, like they helped me, and maybe even inspire others to do the same. Coming together, providing for one another. That's the only way forward I can see. Since all of our heroes are gone, we'll just have to make heroes of ourselves.
'Tis a beautiful, wonderful dream. One we share. Though my power was all but spent in staying the flood, I prayed this final act would give hope to those who survived. That self-same hope lives on in you. It gives me comfort to know that the future is in capable hands. If ever you should falter, remember this. No one, however powerful, is immune to the whisperings of doubt and despair. Do not give in to them. But do not deny them either. Look instead to the light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
Thank you, Minfilia, for believing in us, for believing in me.
Dearest friend, no words can express my gratitude to you for keeping her safe in these tumultuous times. You are a hero to us both. But not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. Only together may you change the fate of two worlds.
Instead now, right? What happened? I remember sleeping with Minfilia. Is something wrong? A parting gift, I think. Until now I've walked the path she said before me, the path she said before all the Minfilias. But she's given me my path, a new path, life. That's all I can do now. Even though she's gone, I can still hear her warm and calm and gentle. I can feel the beating heart of the world, the light that swells within it. And the light wardens. There's one here in Ahmed. Let's hurry. I didn't think through it. There's only one way to find out. I know she's not getting around it, but would you mind go on ahead? I'll be right behind you, I promise. Water. Hey, die game is up.
Ah, there you are. We were worried.
Really? He wasn't the one that nearly got himself killed. It's a good thing Urianger called on us when he did. You were at death's door when we found you.
But thanks to your timely ministrations, I was not obliged to walk through it.
Minfilia?
You saw her.
I know I haven't exactly been pulling my weight up till now, but that's all going to change, starting today. I'll do whatever it takes to make Minfilia's dream a reality. I can track the Light Wardens now, maybe even help you fight them.
I'm glad you're back.
You don't have to say that, you know.
But I want to. Your family. How else would I feel?
She will need a name.
A name?
A name of her own. I would not have her walk in the shadow of another any longer. And I think it a fitting tribute to our departed friend, too. At the mention of Minfilia, I would remember the woman who preserved our fellowship when all seemed lost.
Do you remember what you were called before you were taken to Yulmore?
I'm sorry, I don't. I couldn't have been very old when it happened.
Then we must think of a new name. Suggestions?
If the lady herself has no preference, I think the honor should rightly fall to Thancred. After all they have been through together, he's practically a father to her.
Well spotted. I'm so glad you're here to explain these things.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing.
What about Reen?
Ah, blessing in Fae. Wait, does this mean thou wert listening when I delivered my lectures on the Pixies?
Not exactly, but that one word made an impression. Of course, if it's not to your liking, I can think of something else.
Reen. Yes, I rather like the sound of it. Thank you.
That settles it then. Welcome aboard, Reen.
I won't let you down.
I honestly don't know. Yeah. How you all done and promise to do if I can help. Oh, sorry. Are you certain you're up for fighting so soon? I can imagine the power of the Oracle is something one learns to wield in the space of a few hours. Maybe not, but its presence of light orders is unstable now. In fact, I sense one here in Argmak, to the west. I think it might be hiding underground. Underground? Then it's what I suspect. I thought it's prudent to take a brief survey of the area prior to the arrival. To the west we found the remains of a site known as Rolex Wall. If I recall correctly, the wall was built in the ruins of the ancient kings to serve one's souls of the spire of these deeds. Oops. Judging by the size, the underground waterways are no doubt extensive. The perfect hiding place for a warden. Reen. Leave it to me. Then settled, make me too well. It's here. I can taste its ether on the wind. And we finally found our mark. Let's put an end to this and return the night sky to Ahmed. Quest available. Duty finder has been opened. Well, I got these two questions. This one will then unlock the flying for this shit area. Let's see if we can open up flying. Whatever would you want? Wait. Lucky you found me a couple of lumps of coal. This is what you said. Oh, shows how much he knows. You, on the other hand, might be better audience for my master plan. Have you ever heard of the alloy called Nahamberim? It's strong, light, and resistant to heat and friction. It was one of the most valuable materials in our... fuck. That's fine. So after the manufacturing factor, they seem to think about that. You know, this is the first time I said more than 2 words to anyone in a while. I feel better getting it off my chest. It might be all sudden, but I have an idea. How would you like to see the moment I finally unearthed the vein of ore? Well, what it really means is that I need someone to act as a witness. Oh, the fucking chicken. Okay, so just that one quest. And then 2 spots. Well, I got this one. Only 3 that I need. I think one is here. Maybe one is there. I want to see him. No, there it is. There we have it. Guess now just need to do the quest. So I'm gonna take a piss again. I'll be back in a minute. Damn. That's a quickie. Oh fuck. Why did it do that? Ah, my level was not high enough. Need? What the fuck? When do people need on shit? Chill. Ah, here it is. Ja, dat gaat niet aan. Dat je fucking bij aggro opgebouwd kan je weggaan. What the fuck? Okay. Ik weet niet waar ik moet staan, hè. Oh, fuck, is te veel keer al gestart. Ik heb wat damage taken. Oké, mijn kak daar dan even af. Nice. But it by everything at one point. There are barricades. Duty complete.
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad those travelers made it all the way to Nabatha Reng. But when Urianger told me the Talos was in pieces, and the trolley didn't look much better, I couldn't help wondering what in the hells had gone on.
What indeed? At least the heart is in one piece. The rest is replaceable. Looking at this mess, though, it's a miracle they survived.
You can say that again. What the? Are you seeing this?
The sky. It...
Al die fokker het nog nie geturn nie, so ek weet nie hoe vinnig hulle hom wou doodgemaak het, ne?
At last, night has returned to Amareng.
Dan daglig.
We'll save this broken world yet, Tesleen. You see if we don't.
No doubt retreating in the wake of the Warden's demise.
Back to Calusia, the last refuge of light.
Home to our dear Lord Vorthry, who will no doubt do everything in his power to thwart us.
As well he should, for defeat there would spell the end for both him and his heavenly host. There the fate of this star shall be decided.
We did it. We really did it. I only wish there were time to visit the inn. We can hope the return of night has granted the residents some shred of comfort. They thought the world become changing, but today I think we proved them wrong. We will fix this broken land together. Free bird, Reen seems troubled by the sight of you. Are you feeling alright? Are you defeated? After you defeated, I could swear I saw its ether. Oh, never mind. It's still getting used to my power. It's probably nothing. I'm just relieved that I was right about where the Warden was hiding. The last one is hiding Kulua, isn't it? I can't feel it from here, but I believe it is not. But perhaps we should head back to the Colosseum first. We have a lot to tell the Icroc. Als 1024 kan wat zijn naam? De leeuw. She's to then. More than a hunch. And with that, I think I'm gonna be done for today. I'll be back most likely during the week, depending on what's going on, and how busy I will be. But have a nice night further. Bye bye.